Hey, hello there. I am Kathy Freeman with Kathy Freeman Art, and I decided I'd just pop on. I'm working on a project, and I thought I would go ahead and include you in this project that I'm working on. Now, I haven't been in my studio in quite a while. It's probably been about 3 or 4 days. I've been working out of my home office, and so it's good to be back here. And I can tell I've got some organization to do because I had a big project right before the Thanksgiving holidays that I was busy getting some things done. And now I don't know about you. Are you super organized when you do things? I'm like focused in on it, do it. Shoo, shoo, shoo. And I need to get better at taking the time to put away, start something new. But I'm more like, let's get done, let's get done. So anyway, it creates a problem. All right, I'm going to take you right along here with me, and as people pop on, if you want to say hello, great. I know it's that time of the day that you're either trying to get home from work or you're busy making dinner, doing something like that. But like I said, it's just a good time to pop on and do something. I picked these up at my craft store, and they had quite a few of them discounted, and I thought these would be cute because I love, 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 love to have sayings that I can look at that help to really focus my mind and get myself to think in a really positive way. And there's always so much negative around this, isn't there? I made this sheet for my art sisters, and they can find it. So if you're on here and you watch this, my art sisters, because I am taping this into our group, you can go to our little art village and go to the section that's heart journeys. Click on that, enter that, go into that library, and it will be the fourth week of November. This is something that you get for the fourth week of November. I'm going to use this to create this little project. So I'm going to go ahead and just minimize myself here. Let's see if I can do that real quick. Perfect. So you can have a better view of what I've got. Now, obviously, I don't want the words in that on here. So what I will use is some gesso and paint right over this. Get this all covered up so that I can go ahead and put my artwork on top of it. And I use the gesso because it makes it really nice. You know, when I'm putting something else on it, it's just a great surface to work on. A little bit there. And I don't have to cover every bit of it, but this is painted. I don't really want the orange to show through. And my gesso has been in this. I like put them in little jars. I have a great big container of gesso, and so I will put it in smaller jars that are easy for me to transport to put in my carry on as I'm my little mobile art kit that I've got, or just to use here in my studio, and it keeps everything from drying out. Now, if you notice, this is super thick coming on. Hi, JV. Oh, sorry, Joni. Sorry. I looked over there and I just saw something else in my eyes. Anyway, if you notice how thick this is, oh my goodness, this would be expensive if you were to, buy this. But if you put it in a little jar, the water will evaporate out of it, the cheaper brands. And then you've got a really nice, heavy gesso. I'm using gesso here to cover up this little signage because I've given to my art sisters a page. I showed it a few minutes ago. It's a page that I created for them with some really great statements, and it's in one of the areas that they can download. So I've got that painted, and I'm going to go ahead and close that off so that it doesn't totally dry out. And I'm going to put this one aside because I didn't want to be here forever drying these things. I have one that I just did a few minutes ago, and it's ready to go. It's all dry. So let's take this. And when I created this forum, I created a size that would fit a small size. They've got a a larger size, and then a couple other quotes that they want. We're going to put this on. And my goal here is really to just be able to take your artwork, whatever it is, and if you want to make some little signs that you can put around your home, then you can do so. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to try to use my paper cutter on this. May have to go straight to the scissors. I'm going to go straight to the scissors because I've got different sizes here. I use my favorite ones with the gold handle. Fun to use. We'll just cut that out right next to that gold. I haven't measured this. When I created this on the computer, I just eyeballed it. So we'll see how it goes. Jody, how was your past few days? Did you go out and do a lot on Black Friday? Did you get to spend time with friends or family for Thanksgiving? How was your past few days that you've had? We did an early Thanksgiving. My children are all out with the in-laws. I've got grown children. And so we did an early one with a couple of my girls that came in town, and then I got to go visit 4 of my kids at one time, and that was a happy day when I had all 4 of them together. Okay, I want to be careful I don't start cutting off the gold line here. Let's see what I've got going on. See if it fits. And it fits really good. Right inside there. Now, one thing when you start putting glues or any kind of adhesives on paper, it starts to expand a little bit. And let's see, I did not go out for Black Friday. It's been quiet. Just 3 of us this year for Thanksgiving. It was nice though. That's how it was for me. We just had 3 of us. Well, I had my mom over, so there's 4. And I was like, this is the simplest, easiest Thanksgiving I think I've ever done. And I really enjoyed it. Not that I wouldn't love to have all the gang together, but it was really nice. It was really nice. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a glue stick on this. And rather than get the paper wet, and the other thing too is I believe I haven't actually done this, but it should be, if I want to pull that out and maybe put in another one, a different one, oopsie, then I should be able to, because the glue stick, wow, I am being a little clumsy today. You know, before I went on, I had water in all directions. Had to do a lot of computer work these last few days, and so haven't really been in my art studio, and need to get back in. All right, we got that ready to go. Stick that in there. Looks like I've got a little space. I'm going to try to center it. The other nice thing about painting it, the background white, is the fact that, you know, the paper is white, so it there. I'm going to use this little scraper to just get these corners down, because if I start using my fingers, then it'll stick to the paper and pull it right back up. I really love to have Let's see, the perfect size for tier. Yes, this is a perfect size for a tier tray. Have you started your Christmas decorating? No, I have not. Oh my goodness. We were doing live trees the last several years, couple of years. We had a fake tree and then an artificial, not fake, but an artificial tree, and it got ruined. And so we went to, well, let's try live for a little while. And it was funny because my husband just the other day was like, I think we should just go buy a tree. So, an artificial tree. So we're back to the artificial Christmas tree, and I have not had the oomph to go pull everything out. I tend not to do. Yeah, I did a lot when my kids were young. Got like super excited, but I think as I've gotten everybody's moved away from the house, I don't get that excited to put all that up anymore. I need to change that, don't I? Get excited about it. All right, this is a cute little saying that we had, and it says, "I will start this day reflecting on the things I love and filling my mind with a vision of hope. I am recognizing what I have and appreciating each and every blessing." All right, so now what I want to do is I want to add a little paint to this and just make it even that much more. So I'm going to just do a little bit here and there. I'm not going to paint the whole thing. But this is kind of the fun thing you can do with if you've got maybe some of your artwork. If you'll use your phone, make a copy of it, then go get it printed off. I just use my home printer to do these. This one for me. Uh, there we go. I'm going to mix these up because I want the, the pumpkin that's on here is a very light. It's almost a yellow, even though it's called Golden Sunset. I'm going to add a teeny bit of orange to it. Let's see. What is this orange? This one, burnt orange. There we go. Burnt orange. We're going to do a little mixing here. Oh, need to mix that bottle up. It's been sitting there a while. Okay. Grab some of that pigment. It's mostly, and let's add that to that. I don't need very much because I don't have a lot of space here to do it. Okay, and let's just have some fun. I'm going to add some paint into that. And you're going right along here with me. I haven't done this, so I hope it works out. See how it goes. Just a little bit to kind of bring it to life. Okay, I'm going to come back to do a layer over the top of that. Oh, I forgot what it's called. I'm just going to call it yellow or harvest yellow, if you will. Right over the top of that. Now you can't really see it super well. Let's see if I get it closer. See, that's all I'm doing. I'm just going over the top, adding a little paint to it to pull it out. Got some acorns here. Add some of this cream. The highlight. And this can be just a fun, it's fun to do something that's relaxing and not a lot of work to it. Something you can relax and get out your paints real quick. And there, that's kind of fun. I like the way that's turning out. Right. Grab some of this color and accentuate this leaf. A lot of times you'll see this when you go shopping and you're looking at the artwork and that. They'll have a print and they put a little bit of texture over the top of it or something. I know that has a special name. Could not tell you for the life of me right now what that is. Okay, I'm gonna come back a little. Okay, we added that to it. Perfect. All right. And then I've got these little things back here. And I'm going to add a green to that. Green's not in the picture that I created. Let's see what this is. Hosser light green. I like to use the basil a lot. Let's go for the basil. It's going to be a little darker. At least the one that I have. Oh, thanks, Joni. Thanks for saying that. Um, I appreciate you showing up. I'm gonna try to be more live. Out here in the studio, because it is in the country, it's always a challenge to see if I get the internet or not. But okay, we just need a dab. You go trying to bring out a little bit of a dab, and out comes a lot, doesn't it? But I was successful. All right, just a little bit of paint here. Clean out my brush. I'm using a small brush, but I'm gonna go for one even smaller. Let's see. Let me grab one. Here is a tiny one, very tiny. That'll be great. Okay, I'm going to go straight down with the green, just lightly. Not a lot of color to this. For those who've just come on, welcome. Thank you for joining. I'm just popping on today. This is a little saying that I created for my group, my art sisters, and one of the areas that I like to make. I've got an area that's called Heart Journeys, and it's where I put all kinds of positive messages and that in there for them if they're interested in it. And I decided I wanted to take one of the messages that we did for this week and create. I do not like this brush. I could tell already. Let's try a different brush. You can tell instantly if a brush is going to do what you need it to do or not, can't you? And I could tell that one was going to be a mess. So we'll just put him to the side. Let's see how that one feels. It's still a little wide. Tiny, tiny ones do not know where they are right now. So I'm going to have to just use the tip of this one. See what we can come up with. And it adds just the right amount of color to it. I know it's kind of hard for you to see exactly what I'm doing just because of the distance. I will lift it. I'm simply following along what I have here and adding color to it. Making something, just decorative using that leaf. Okay. I mean, this is simple, simple. Doing a little bit on the acorns there. Simple, simple. See that? And it looks a little rough when you get close to it, but you pull it back, and everything always looks better from a distance, doesn't it? Yes, would colored pencils give you the same effect? Sure. I'm just trying to add a little bit of color. Now, the thing about paint is, of course, I'm not putting it on thick enough, but because this is a craft paint, but if I had a heavier paint, and applied that, then it becomes that has that more three-dimensional look versus just a print. But this is working nice to accentuate the color and bring out from the copy that I made. Let's go ahead. I'm going to try using some of the gold from my these pens. They're a Deco Art pen. And this is meant to be gold across here. And so I'm adding just a little bit to that so that it catches the light. And I'm using a chisel. This is the first time I have used this. So I would suggest, and I'm just going free-handed, I would suggest practicing a little before or being used to the pen before you use it. All right, there we go. There we go. And it's the light will catch it and it stands out and it just makes it really cute. I'm gonna go ahead and color those in. I don't know. I'm just playing now for myself. So this is going something I'll just put. It's not a major decorative piece for my home, but it's just this little saying. I love this saying. And so now I'm just playing with it. If it gets a little wonky or a little, it's all right. It's really just about enjoying what we're doing, right? The one I used first was a chisel, and this is the fine tip, even though it's quite thick. And there we go. That was quick and easy, fast to do. And it's a fun way to, something else I could do with these is, this is for the ladies in my group that have the copy of this. So you could go ahead and take this and put it down on some kind of stronger paper. Thank you, Joni. Put it on maybe a cardstock or just a little bit thicker water, something that's a little bit thicker as far as paper. If you're printing it, you could take it to Office Max or something and have it done on a little bit stiffer paper. I think it's 30 pound would be just a little bit, would be a nice size. And then you could take, something that you might, this is something cute that I have that has this little thing up here, and just pop it on there and that becomes the holder. You don't have to have a frame to put it on. All right, so there's my cute little saying, and I'm going to be hanging it up somewhere that I can just see it. And the nice thing about that is I can come back in and put either another saying over the top if I wanted to, or just kind of pop it out because it's not glued in super, it's not really adhered in really strongly. All right. Thanks for joining me here. I will be popping back in and bringing something else we can do. You have a really great evening, a wonderful, wonderful Monday night. All right. Take care, y'all.